Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Sean's Horror Corner. Doing a live stream tonight, and I'm so excited to have my guests with me, Mike from Mike and Serial, Isaiah from The Bitter Wolf. Thank you both so much for hopping on.
Yes,
Hey,
thank you,
thank you
Sean.
so
Good to
much
see
for
you.
having us.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Brought in Mike and I went through the whole Terrifier franchise, including All Hallows Eve, and then I asked Isaiah to do some homework and go back and make sure he'd seen them all and hop on with us for the live. He was kind enough to do so. I know he told us today in our little messaging that he watched All Hallows Eve. Did you just watch it today?
I watched it last night. It was
Last night.
So last night I was watching it, and then the second I finished it, I was going to bed, and then I got a news alert that Sam Neill died. So I stayed up for the next couple hours mourning him.
Yeah, I saw that as soon as I woke up this morning. That was the first
Yeah.
thing that I saw as well. Yeah, very sad. Um, yeah. All right. Well, and I'm sorry you had to watch that. I really am sorry you had to watch All Hallows Eve last night. That's also very sad.
No problem.
But it's in a totally different way. All right, we got Ryan Swayze, the best mod in the business, helping me out. So thank you so much, Ryan, as always. I do see both Sam and Brendan over there in the chat from Our Life in Horror. Robbie and Kaylee are here from That Horror Couple. And so Robbie already said that he was hoping to see the wolf. But,
yeah. He's in a van. He's not in the hotel room right now. We need a break from each other.
Totally get it. Yeah, I can see y'all getting on each other's nerves maybe once in a while.
Yes.
I know I get on my own nerves, so yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's possible.
absolutely.
All right, so before we jump in here and get started and talk about this franchise, we've all, Mike and I we gave our ratings when we were watching these films. Isaiah was kind enough then to go back and give me his ratings. And so I'm going to read a little something here because it's funny to me what our scores come out to when you include All Hallows Eve and when you take out All Hallows Eve, right? So including the movie All Hallows Eve, Isaiah's average for these movies is a 5.2.
Okay.
Mike's average is a 6.4. And my average was a 6.6.
Oh, wow.
So, so very much middle. And, I do my 1 to 10. And basically in my head, my 1 to 10 is like 1 and 2 is terrible. It's not good. I don't ever want to see it again. 3 and 4 it may not be terrible, but it's still not good. 5 and 6 then is kind of average to good, basic movie. 7 and 8, that's a pretty good movie, and then 9 and 10 is excellent. So with all of us right here in this range, we've just kind of got this as pretty much an average franchise when you include All Hallows Eve. But when you take out All Hallows Eve, Isaiah's score doesn't change much. It's a 5.7, so you go up a little bit from a 5.2 to a 5.7. Okay. Mike jumps from a 6.4 to a 7.
Wow.
And I jump from a 6.6 to a 7.5. So get rid of All Hallows Eve, and Mike and I are much bigger fans of this franchise.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's a new development for me, just like we've been talking about on every single episode that we've been doing. I, through this, realized that I'm actually a fan.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
No, I completely get it, and we'll talk about it more when we get to that particular movie here in a little bit. But, the first time I watched Terrifier, I was like, okay, whatever. And then I felt like with each movie, I just started liking not only the franchise more, but even the previous movies a little bit more. And so it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but let's see. I think this one is probably Sam. She says she didn't hate All Hallows Eve. I'm happy for you, Sam, that you didn't.
I didn't hate it either, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's different, right? We'll get there. But before we now jump into the franchise and start talking about all of it, real quick, let me let both of you guys take a minute to talk about what you have going on. Mike, I'll start with you since you went through this whole franchise with me. Take a minute to promote your channel and talk about anything you've got coming up.
Sure. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much. You can follow me on Mike and Serial on Instagram and TikTok, where I'm posting reviews mostly. And I currently, for Voices from the Mausoleum, we have just finished we closed out nominations for the Sacred Crypt Awards, so you should be getting some new updates regarding who's been nominated relatively soon. I have a review coming out this week that I'm very excited to do because I just saw the movie today. So you all will be getting my spoiler-free thoughts on Pinocchio Unstrung.
Nice.
Ooh, yes.
And then I have another really awesome project that I have been very, very excited to be a part of, but I will let the person that I am partnering with, Isaiah, aka the Bitter Wolf, talk about that project a little bit more.
I was sitting here and I was like, what is he talking about? I was like, I'm excited to hear about this. He always has some new project going on. But Mike, actually, I wanted to tell you this before I talk about my stuff. But today, Mike helped me get through my long drive from New Mexico into Texas because I listened to him as a guest on, or as a regular on Rise from the Dead podcast, talking about sleepaway camp. So I highly recommend listening to that episode. It was really fun. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, but anyway, so Mike and I are working together on a movie called Maniac Sock, and I think a lot of people in the audience here are already following the account. So, but maybe some people haven't heard of it yet. So, Maniac Sock is a short horror film that we're working on. Mike is producing. It was written by A.J. Spencer, the horror author, and I'll be directing it. But this is a story of a puppet sock who has a personal tragedy and then wants to seek revenge on those who made that happen to him. So we are working on that now. We're going to start fundraising in 2 weeks, and we're going to film in October in Louisville, Kentucky. So follow us at Maniac Sock. What's that called?
Short.
Okay, Maniac Sock Short on Instagram. And anywhere, just Instagram.
Just Instagram. Right?
Okay, that's all we need. So go follow us on Instagram. And if you want to check out the Bitter Wolf stuff, I have realbitterwolf.com, which is where I publish fiction and nonfiction about horror movies. And I have the Bitter Wolf YouTube channel where I have cave chats.
Of course.
I love it.
Maybe. You never know. It is a pretty dirty film, I have to say that.
We are not going to spoil anything about that.
We do laugh a lot when we're working on this together. So it's great fun. But yeah, go check out the YouTube channel too, so you can watch the Bitter Wolf. As Robbie, rest in peace, pointed out that the Bitter Wolf has cave chat episodes where he invites people on to talk about just nonsense, and then you can watch the Horror Mosaic too, which are profiles of people in the horror community. And everyone here has been on that. Most of the people in the chat have been on that. So I'm just preaching to the choir right now.
That's all right. No. Yes, definitely go check them out both. Like you said, I know everybody here does check that out. So anybody new pops in, Ryan's got the links to everything over there. So we appreciate that so much. And this Maniac Sock, I'm not sure that anybody's going to get what I'm about to say, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Is Mick Foley by any chance co-starring in this movie?
I get it. Oh my God, I wish.
I get it, and now I'm like, shoot. Do I?
Come on, Mike. I'm writing this down right now.
I'll send the message. Nothing will happen, but I'll send the message.
I think that would be fantastic. Maybe that could be the sequel, Mr. Sacco.
Mr. Sacco. Oh my God, that would be so great. That would be a childhood dream come true. I saw Mick Foley live at the I grew up in Greenville, South Carolina, and we had a tiny ass mall there called the Greenville Mall, and it's no longer in existence. But he came there in the '90s and did like a exhibition for us, and so I got to go see Mick Foley do it when he was at the height of his game. It was so great. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I saw him once when I was living in Texas. Me, my brother, and my oldest son were able to go to a WrestleMania that they were doing there. And he had actually retired by then, but there was one particular segment, and I don't remember who it is. There was a group of guys in the ring, talking trash, doing their thing, and they brought out Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, all retired, but those three legends came out to the ring and ran the new guys off. So I got to see Mick Foley do his thing for a minute. It was fun.
That's awesome.
All right. Very
Robbie
cool.
said he met him.
I did. Let's see, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, met him several times. Always so polite and cool. Very cool. Yeah, that guy's been through it. Some of the things he's done is just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Um,
Yeah.
Before we get into Terrifier, I saw Ryan mention this over there, so I'll ask you guys your thoughts because I just heard about this as I was leaving work like an hour ago
Wow.
and trying to drive home to get home in time for us to get started on here. I started listening to Our Life in Horror. It had a live earlier today, and this is one of the things they talked about was this new Nightmare on Elm Street movie coming out by I think Paramount. They said was doing this. Had you guys heard about this?
I did. I saw it this morning.
Okay.
I saw something about Nightmare on Elm Street, but I didn't investigate anything. So this is the first time you're hearing about it. That's awesome.
Okay. Both excited for this?
I'll keep it very short, but I have really mixed feelings about this because I was excited to see what they can do with it, but from the news that I saw that it's gonna be an actual remake, so it's not gonna be like a reimagination or something, and I kind of wish that it was. I don't want a new Nancy, and if we're being really like out there, I would like to see what they can do without Freddy Krueger. I'm not gonna lie. But the fact that this is a remake now is I'm just curious to see what route they'll go for picking the new Freddy.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, I'm excited because I like Freddy, and I feel like it's been a long time since we've had a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and even longer time since we've had a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. But yeah, if we're gonna bring Freddy back, I don't want another shit show like 2010. So I hope we definitely get something better than that. But I'd say right now I'm intrigued. I really want to know. I want to know who's going to play Freddy. Very curious as to who is going to direct this. I think that also could have a big impact on it as well. But yeah, Brendan and Sam they go into some details and talk a little bit about it. So when we're done with this live tonight, go back and watch Our Life in Horrors live, and you can hear them talk about that. They also talk about the teaser trailer dropping for Crystal Lake and a few other things on there. So definitely go check that out after you finish listening to us.
Awesome.
Let's see what else is going on over here.
Listen, we've had franchises that strayed away from their original people.
This is true. Yeah, this is very true.
Halloween 3.
We had Scream without Nev.
Yeah.
This is also true. Yeah, I mean they do some things out there here and there. Friday the 13th, the one wasn't Jason; it was the medical guy. So yeah, but I think I want Freddy. Thank you, Swift. We appreciate that. We got Swift here. I saw Joel, I think, pop in a while ago from Darkroom Reviews. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody else. Yeah, there's Horror 365. So thank you guys for tuning in as well. Yeah, a lot of fun people popping in over there and people that know a lot more than I do. So I'm glad they're here so that they can contribute to what we're talking about. All right, we'll get ready to jump in and get this started. Ryan's still putting everybody's links over there in the chat. So thank you so much for that. Hold on. Jimmy over there has lost his mind again. I don't know where this nickname came from. I feel like I get called this every week, and I don't. Yeah, I don't think they understand that to be a sugar daddy, you have to be rich, and I am not. So
yeah, I was about to say, let's see the money, Sean.
Yeah, it's not happening. I would be more like I don't know, salt daddy. Does that work? I don't know if that's a term or not, but we'll try that one.
All right. Wait, wasn't Salt Daddy a thing before? Oh no, that was Salt Bay. Never mind. I forgot.
Awesome. All right. So before we get into starting to rank these films, let me get each one of you's overall thoughts on kind of just this franchise in general. When you first got introduced to the franchise, was the first movie the first one you saw, or did you see something else later? And again, Mike, I'll start with you. So overall opinion of the Terrifier franchise.
My overall opinion it's a very solid franchise that like I've mentioned in some of the videos, and I stand by this. It is a solid franchise that is so lucky that other people made the decisions on what they saw and to make more, because after one of the movies particularly, I never saw how this could grow into a franchise. So I'm glad that there's other people out there who are making the decisions. But I think it's a gruesome series in a good way, sometimes in a bad way.
Sure.
I enjoy this a lot more than what I initially thought. Terrifier was the first movie I had seen, or it may have been All Hallows Eve, but I know each one I was just like not that impressed, but people were really hyping up Art the Clown. So I made myself go see I saw the second one at home, had an issue with the runtime, where this franchise really kind of dragged me in was the third movie. And then re-talking about this franchise, because I did it on Rise from the Dead, and then doing this deep dive here, the more we talk about it, like do a deep dive into it, the more I realize how much I enjoyed the whole franchise.
Okay. Yeah, no, makes perfect sense to me. And thank you. Somebody there mentioned a while ago, Darkened Reviews. Yeah, it's really too fucking hot to be wearing a hoodie here in Oklahoma. But the only other Terrifier shirt that I have, I don't know if the shirt just shrunk or if I got fat, but it doesn't fit as well as it did at one point.
That happened to me, Sean. I don't have a Terrifier shirt on for that exact reason.
So I had to pull out the hoodie, but at least it's cool in my apartment, so I'm not burning up over here. But Isaiah, how about you? Your overall thoughts on the franchise and your introduction to it?
Yeah, my introduction to I think I just stumbled on it on Tubi one day. Like when did it come out? 2016, the first one?
I believe that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like right after that. And I stumbled on it, and I remember being like really, like, it felt so grimy and gritty, and I just felt sick after I watched it, And I was like, I don't even know how I feel about that. But I just forgot about it because I never imagined that it would turn into a franchise. And I didn't know about All Hallows Eve. I didn't know about the Ninth Circle and all of these things.
Right.
So I was just like, oh, that clown is pretty badass, and also this is just gross. But I kind of forgot about it. But when Terrifier 2 came out, I remember I went to see it in theaters with my friend, and it was just like one of the best theater experiences ever. And the bedroom scene was just so crazy to me, and hilarious and over the top, and also disgusting and mean, as we like to say. And then the third one, as we know, but I have gone through all the like roller coaster ride with my opinions about this franchise.
Yeah.
And so I think me sitting at 5 right now is so perfect because I still don't know. I think if I'd done these deep dives like Mike's talking about, that I would like it more, because every time I watch it, I do like it more, but sometimes I like it less. But we'll talk about the individual ones.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's something you definitely have to be in the mood for, because like you, Isaiah, I had never heard of Ninth Circle. I didn't know about All Hallows Eve. And I think I did the same thing. I think I stumbled across Terrifier the first time when I watched it. And it was okay. It didn't jump out at me. I thought, okay, we've got gore just for the sake of gore. That's fine, whatever. Art the Clown was kind of intriguing. The main reason I did go back and watch it again later, and I'll be completely honest, the main reason was because I like Jenna Cannell. So I watched it again just because of her. And then I was like, yeah, okay, that's probably good enough for me. When the second one came out, I was intrigued because I thought, how do we ever get a sequel? Like, I just would have never imagined that they would make another one. So I watched it and actually really enjoyed it, other than the runtime. I thought it was way too long. That caused me to go back and watch the first one again. And I'm like, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I kind of like this, actually. And then when the third one came out, I saw it in theaters and absolutely loved it. I had a blast with the third one. I thought it was so much fun. And so then I ended up going back, watching the first one another time, watching the second one another time, and then saw the third one in theaters a second time. And so this franchise just continued to grow on me. I still don't think, and we'll get into this more towards the end, I still don't think I'm ready to put Art the Clown up there with like the Michaels and the Jasons and the Freddys and that kind of thing. But he's moving up. He's getting there.
Yeah. I feel that way too, actually, Sean. But I'll explain why later. But yeah, like the third one, I think it was a theater experience thing for me. For the Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3, I saw both in theaters. The third one I didn't enjoy as much the first time I watched it because I had just like the crowd was just dead and then just not even watching the movie, and so I think it affected my. I was kind of bored with the movie, and
Yeah.
then other than isolated moments. And then I went back and rewatched it later, and I liked it better than Terrifier 2. So it's like goes all up and down for me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I'm hoping. So there is a horror convention coming up here in my area this weekend, and I know that Lauren Lavera is supposed to be there, and I am hoping. I'm not sure that it's going to quite work out yet, but I'm hoping to get to go and hoping to get the opportunity to at least meet her briefly. I think that would be pretty cool, but we'll see how that turns out. All right,
Yeah.
let's jump in and start ranking these things a little bit. And so I've started with Mike the first couple of times, so now I'm going to start with you, Isaiah. I think I know everybody's answer already, but what is your fourth favorite in this franchise?
Well, my fourth favorite is All Hallows Eve, which I watched last night for the second time. I had seen it before, but I totally forgot about it because I was just really drunk when I watched it. So I remember the first time I watched it, my overall impression was like, what is this? I don't even remember what happened whenever I watched it. And so watching it again this time was like a brand new experience. And I actually liked it better than I thought I was going to. Are we talking about the movie right now or just ranking it?
Just rank it at the moment, but I'm going to let you come back
Okay.
and talk about it in just a moment.
Yes, I'll hold off on it. Yeah.
No, you're good because I have a feeling we're all going to mention it and then we'll talk about it. So,
Okay.
just to make sure I'm not thrown off, Mike, what is your fourth favorite?
Yes, I am also going to go ahead and place All Hallows Eve as my fourth installment of the franchise.
Okay. And I agree with you both 100%. I will say fourth as well. So, Isaiah, go ahead now and tell me what you were about to say a while ago, and then we'll get Mike's thoughts.
Yeah, it was like, so I was fully expected to be like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen because of pre-conversations that we had about it. But I went in with an open mind. I've seen the famous thing of Art the Clown sitting there looking like Timu Art the Clown, right? Because we all love David Howard Thornton's version, and he's become iconic for that. And however, I have to say, the more, like, I've seen Terrifier 1, I've seen Terrifier 2 and 3. Terrifier 1 and 2 the most, like probably 3 or 4 times each. And I have to say that I don't know if it's just because I've seen them so many times, but I think this dude scares me more than David Howard Thornton. Like, I think David Howard Thornton's a better actor in Art the Clown, and I think he embodies Art the Clown better, and he's funnier, of course. But this dude was just like dead behind the eyes and I'm just gonna kill you. I'm not gonna be funny at all. And to me, that was a lot scarier. Yeah.
That he's more menacing than David Howard Thornton's art. This art is scarier looking because he's just more. He's not as characterized as David Howard Thornton made art, but I definitely, we've said this plenty of times, there would be no franchise had they not made the shift.
Right.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked, I think. And again, not that the guy did, like you both said, it's not that he did a bad job. It's just a totally different portrayal of the character. Yeah. And yeah, maybe a more menacing version, just not as fun. And so, my thoughts on All Hallows Eve is, and Mike and I talked about each segment more when we talked about this movie, but that alien segment is just terrible, in my opinion. I don't like that alien segment. It seemed like it was going to be okay. Like, I was fine with it for a little while until I actually saw the alien. And then I'm like, why be scared of that shit? Like, I can handle that. Like, I'm okay.
It's kind of cute, actually.
So I just didn't like that alien segment. The other two segments, there were things about them I thought was good and things maybe not so much. But it just, overall, I just didn't feel like it was, it's not something I'll ever watch again. I don't think it's that much fun. Even the parts, I wasn't even a huge fan, to be honest, of the first segment, now that I think about it a little bit more. it was there. It was okay, and yeah, I don't care to ever see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had mentioned on our last video covering All Hallows Eve that, like, for some reason, as much as I disliked it, it is one of the franchise I probably seen it second most
Oh wow.
unintentionally.
Oh.
Because, well, I've done multiple things for this, and they're like, let's watch All Hallows Eve so that because it's part of the universe. And I'm like, okay. So I end up keep seeing this. I'm like, I hate this movie. Why am I keep watching it? So on our last video, I wrote down all the notes that I had about it so that in case I ever do another Terrifier franchise thing, I will not watch. I'm just going to go back to my notes.
Yeah.
But when we did cover All Hallows Eve, not by much, but like my original thought was like it was the worst thing in the world. The more we talked about it, I was like, okay, it wasn't awful, but the bad was so bad
Yeah.
that it took any of what was mostly okay and it dragged it really bad. Because we
Yeah.
said like the overall story arc was good, like the babysitter and the kids.
Sure.
We liked them. I
Right.
thought that was a good job. And like the first and third segment, they weren't horrible, but they weren't like good either. But
Right.
that second segment was just so bad. And like you said, that for you, the big issue was the alien part. For me, I just really hated that they shoehorned Art the Clown into that segment with the
That picture.
and I'm like, it was super I mean, yeah, this
Yes.
segment is shitty
Yeah.
anyways, but this was unnecessary. It made me dislike that even more. So All Hallows Eve is definitely fourth, and as much as like I at one point didn't really like the next ranking one, this is a far fourth from three. Like it's not even close.
Yeah, I completely agree. And, you know, again, I'll say this about that alien. A couple of years ago, because my brother that lives fairly close to me, he and his wife always have a Halloween party every year. And it's the only, well, I shouldn't say it's the only time because I've done it for work a couple of times, but he likes for everybody to put on a costume, right? So I've been Freddy for a couple of years there. He's been Ghostface. He's done a couple of other things. I think I was Pennywise one year. My son one year went in this alien costume, but it was more of like a funny costume to where I don't know, it's like inflatable and it actually looks like the alien's like carrying somebody. I don't know how to explain
Oh yeah.
it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That was fucking scarier than the alien I saw in this movie. Like, I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I think I can handle this alien. I think I would be all right dealing with him a little bit. So yeah, I think that was bad. And I think the third segment, if I remember correctly, was my favorite of the three, but even it wasn't good. The story with the babysitter and the kids, that's the most entertaining thing about the whole anthology film, in my opinion. And even it just wasn't enough, because I say this all the time. For me, my enjoyment factor goes a lot into how I rate things. Like if I have a good time watching something and having a lot of fun, that definitely helps the rating. And I just didn't enjoy this. It wasn't fun. Right. I don't really enjoy it. And so that definitely hurts it. That's why I made the comment in our chat that the fourth Texas Chainsaw movie is actually better than this, because at least it makes me laugh sometimes. This didn't even make me laugh. Like I was just sitting there.
That's true.
So, yeah. So that's what that comment was for. But all right, we'll move on to the next one then. So Isaiah, what is your third favorite?
My third favorite, now I can't remember exactly how I rated them when I sent them to you. It's so hard for me between Terrifier 2 and 1. But I think Terrifier 1 would be my, because as you're saying this, I'm changing things a little bit in my mind. Because I'm like, as far as this franchise goes, sometimes things are easy for me to rank. As far as this franchise goes, I think it is about the enjoyment factor for me too.
Sure.
And yeah, there was no enjoyment to be had in All Hallows Eve, really. Although I did get, I did like the very ending of it, whenever he's like banging against the TV and stuff. And I think that's pretty freaky to think about.
That's true.
And he is like, whenever he's doing some of the fucked up stuff that he does in that movie, he's pretty creepy. So that enjoyment is there. But
Right.
in terms of like, oh, I want to watch this again. I totally agree with you. So I think I'll put Terrifier 1 because as third, because Terrifier 2 to me, I've watched it more than any of them, and even though it is long, like Mike said, the I just get such a kick out of a lot of the set pieces in that. I think it's like it's to me the bedroom scene is the most memorable scene in the whole franchise. Like I was waiting in Terrifier 3 for them to outdo it, and I didn't think they did personally. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Terrifier 1, it has a great cast, and there's some really good kills in it. But there's some stuff I don't like in it too. Like I don't like that what happens to Jenna Cannell in there. The gun is just kind of lazy. I don't know. So yeah.
Okay. Mike, what's your third?
I am going to go ahead and mimic that answer as well. Terrifier 1 is my third favorite. And I'll probably be saying this a lot throughout the episode, that I enjoy this far more than I originally did, but it is still the third for me, mostly because while doing all this, I did discover that there is an actual plot in there. It's just a very minimal, small plot and a whole lot of movie. But I don't know how many times I would rewatch this movie, and that's probably why it'll go to my third. It's fun for the kills, and I will say this all the time. The score does so much work in this movie. It is great. But overall, I think it makes a very good Halloween watch. It is a really good Halloween movie to watch, but I think that there's just other stuff that I would rather watch. So this is third.
Yeah, I agree. Brendan said Terrifier 1 has zero story besides the kills. It's got a small one. I do think there's a small story there. It's just it's not really expanded upon much.
Agreed.
But I would put it at my number 3 as well. I like this movie better than I thought I did the first time I saw it, for sure. I agree. Isaiah, you mentioned you hated what happened to Jenna Cannell's character in it, and Mike and I talked a lot about that when we talked about this movie, because I was right there with you. I absolutely hated that she got killed. I also thought the gun was kind of lazy, but then at the same time, I'm like, it's different because you don't typically see that in a slasher film, so that's okay. But I was just so pissed that they killed her character that when I first found out about the second one, I honestly didn't know if I wanted to see it, because I'm like, no, they killed Jenna Cannell. I don't need to watch another movie. Now, after you see the second one and you see the third one and you know what's going on and where Victoria's character comes into play, you understand why they did. Still doesn't make me like it, but at least I understand it now. Sure. But I love her in this movie. Art's entertaining. And it's better than All Hallows Eve. It got something started, and it's not bad. But I agree. I would put it at 3 for sure. So, and that's the one where I wasn't sure if we were all going to be on the same page. So, that's interesting. All right. So then, Isaiah, what's your second favorite in the franchise?
Actually, before we talk about that, I wanted to bring something else up about the gun, because as you were talking, it reminded me of watching All Hallows Eve last night. There's a gun in that too. Where Art shoots someone in the face, I think. I think that gun is more effective actually in All Hallows Eve than it is in Terrifier, because that surprised me. And I do like whenever he's like so fucking fed up and he's like, just die already. I'm gonna stop whipping you, and I'm just gonna shoot you and get it over with. So I do like that. David Howard Thornton pulls that off better, because you could see in his face that he's just sick of it. He's just like,
I agree.
And like whenever in Terrifier 3, whenever he's just done messing around with the people at the bar, and
Yes.
his eyes drop like that, you know something's going to happen. So I
Yeah.
thought that was a pretty good moment. But what are we doing? Ranking our
You're
second
number
one?
2. Yeah, your second
Yeah.
favorite.
This is so hard because it's like the first time I saw Terrifier 3, like I said, it was just a bad theater experience, I think, and I was waiting to have something that impacted me more than the bedroom scene. So I think that was going in with some preconceptions that I shouldn't have had. After I watched it and I talked to other people about it, and then I went back and rewatched it, I liked it a lot more. So I, it's just it's so hard for me. But I think I'm gonna put Terrifier 2 because I think Terrifier 3 has more rewatchability for me. So I'm gonna put Terrifier 2 as my number 2.
Okay. Mike, what's your second favorite?
So we are going in order the same way from All Hallows Eve all the way up.
Yeah.
I am putting Terrifier 2 as my number 2. And a big part of this is 1, the runtime. 2, this is going to be a different kind of statement that I've said in our Terrifier 2 recap, but it's different because we actually have people here because it's live. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, fans. What makes
know what's
Terrifier
coming.
2 very terrible, the only part that makes it terrible is the Clown Cafe. It was unnecessary. It was shoehorned in. It's one of my least favorite things in horror.
Oh wow, shit, that's a huge statement.
It is.
I hate the Clown Cafe so much. But I do think that there's a good story in this one. Obviously,
Yeah.
the addition of Sienna is fantastic. And then there's just more to it. But yeah, I think 3 does a lot more. But 2, if we took out a good chunk of the movie, we have a really good movie there.
Yeah.
But
I could see that.
unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree with that horror couple though. That the song is catchy. But I had a quick question about the Clown Cafe, Mike, or if anyone knows the answer to this. It gives me strong vibes of you guys paid for a crowdfunding campaign, so you get to be in the movie. I don't know if that's true or because it just seems like Mike was saying that part just seems so long. The first time I watched this movie, it didn't bother me at all. I liked it, but the second, third, fourth time, it just gets longer and longer every time.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that was a Kickstarter campaign promise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
There you go.
And yeah, so I don't hate it as much as Mike does. This is also my second favorite. Terrifier 2 is my second favorite, and it's all the runtime. And I know, but back to the Clown Cafe first. The first couple of times I saw it, I didn't mind it. After you've seen it a few more times, it does start to get a little bit annoying. However, anybody that knows me knows I like to fuck with people a little bit. And so after Mike and I did our episode on Terrifier 2, and then I cut the clip because I always cut a clip of the episode to put on Instagram and TikTok. But I also did a little extra post on TikTok where I just had like a picture of the movie poster and talked about us reviewing it. And then I had the Clown Cafe song playing during this clip. And I did that just for Mike, just so he could hear it one more time. Tagged him in it and everything, just so he could hear the song one more time. And immediately he commented too, like, you had to put that song in there. But it does get a little bit annoying. But Mike also said something else when we were talking about Terrifier 2 that I really liked, because I'm like, that's it perfectly, because I feel like a lot of people have a problem with the runtime in this movie.
Yeah.
And I remember asking Mike what he thought they could have done to trim it down a little bit. What could they have cut out? And I was thinking like a scene, like could they have taken out the Clown Cafe thing, or is there another scene somewhere where they could have removed? And Mike, your comment was to me, it's not that they need to take one particular scene out, it's that they need to trim down almost every scene in the movie a little bit, and that would shorten the runtime, yet could still be incredibly effective. And I really like that, because I thought that was a really good point, especially if you go back and watch it again now. You're like, yeah, every scene's a bit too long. They could have made a huge difference by just trimming a little bit off of each one.
That's good.
Yeah, each scene has so much dead air. It's just like and I love a good long shot and all that too, but like it is the longest pan of just showing a room, and it's like, okay, that's fine for one thing,
That's right.
but like every single scene, there was like 30 seconds that could have been shaved off. And so then
Yeah.
you have a good regular timed movie. But yeah, because if you think about it, like I like every scene in the movie. There's nothing that I would want to particularly take out except for the Clown Cafe. But where's that long runtime? And it's just in unnecessary long shots.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow. I'd never even thought about that before, Mike. That's a really good point, though. Like, as you're saying this, I'm going back and thinking of some scenes in particular, like when she's partying with her friends or something,
Yeah.
and it's just like or sitting and talking with her friends, and it's like, okay, his friends are not that great, so I don't want to be around.
Yeah, she has
them.
terrible friends. That's another thing we talked about. Her friends
Yes,
are horrible.
exactly. And it's like, why would she be friends with them? And then even things like the what was that, the dead animal at the school and stuff, like some
Yeah.
of the stuff just feels kind of out of place. And the Terrifier 3 has that too in some places, but not as bad.
Right. No, I agree. So basically, what that means, and I kind of figured this was going to be the case, a little bit surprised, but so we're all going to have Terrifier 3 is our favorite. So Isaiah, go ahead. We'll let you start there. The one thing that I will say about Terrifier 3, and then I'll let you take it, because it's also a very long movie. I just think it flows better. When I'm watching Terrifier 2, I'm thinking this is a long movie. Like, let's wrap it up. I never think that during Terrifier 3. I just think it's paced so much better, in my opinion, which helps and causes the runtime of that one to not hurt me as much. But Isaiah, your thoughts on Terrifier 3?
Yeah, it's great. It's really fun, and it's a funnier too, which is really nice. And you have lots of horror icons who come in there as well. I know we had Felissa Rose in the second one. This one has Clint Howard. It has Dan Roebuck as Santa Claus, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I liked all the individual kills that happened in this. So, you got some super gnarly stuff that happens. And so my only real disappointment was I didn't think any of them transcended the bedroom scene in terms of nastiness and meanness and all of that. I absolutely love the shot of after the shower scene happens. I absolutely love when he goes down and then he shows the eyes, I think that's sinister. Like, that's scary to me. After he's already done it, that's scarier to me than because it's like he could keep going until you're just a puddle of mush, like that's how art is. And so I love that. I love the bar scene. I thought it was hilarious. Like there's even like that funny moment where he runs out and he pushes those two drunk girls aside. And they're like racist or whatever they say. I can't remember what his sex. I can't remember. It's just that's really funny. So it's funnier, and I love Victoria, and she does some super gnarly stuff in this. But I do feel there's another big issue I have, and that's Jonathan. What happens to him, I get, but I didn't think it was impactful. Like, I understand the misdirection, but it didn't absolutely nothing for me. I didn't feel anything. And I hate the family that they focus on instead. They are just so boring and horrible, and I did not care about them. I was so happy when they died.
Fair. Mike, your thoughts.
So yeah, obviously, Terrifier 3 is the strongest installment of this entire franchise by a long shot for me. It's the only reason why I even considered doing rewatches of the ones in the past, because I loved it so much. From the opening scene, like just as soon as it started, I knew it was going to be a Christmas movie, but something about it just really hit me good where I was like invested. I know people love Terrifier for Halloween. I know that I mentioned that it is a great Halloween movie, but for some reason, I love the way it works better with Christmas. I think it's just a really great Christmas horror movie. I agree. I think it is very nasty, but it's also not. It is gratuitous, but it's not like cheap. Everything has a purpose for how hard they go in this one, as opposed to the first one where it did feel like they're getting nasty just to be nasty.
Yeah.
This, and I know everyone has a different opinion on what makes a movie mean-spirited and how we're supposed to respond to that.
Yeah.
In Terrifier 3, it is a mean movie. I don't think it's mean-spirited, but it is mean with what they do to Sienna, the things with Jonathan, which we got into that in the Terrifier 3 recap, because I love the way they did that, and it hit me super hard. I thought it was very effective because of what we needed to get out of it. I really love this movie. I think it's so strong. It is definitely the best story out of all of the movies. It is the most cohesive story. And I think the characters, even the ones you don't like, they're better in this movie. Because I think everybody is a good moving part for Sienna's character. Like, I don't mind that some of them are not fully fleshed out, because I'm not worried about them. The only person that I really care about in this movie is Sienna. So it's Sienna's show, and everybody else is just doing something to highlight her. Minus Art and Vicky, because they are also fantastic. Or Victoria. They are fantastic. This movie, it just really punched me in the gut, but in such a good way. Throughout the entire movie, like you said, it is long, but I don't feel the runtime the way I do in 2. And if you ask me, like, where's stuff to be trimmed, there's nothing for me.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember us. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I was just going to add, plus you get to see Chris Jericho get killed, so I love to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I agree. Terrifier 3 is the most fun to me as well. I had so much fun watching this in the theater, and I don't think, even though it's long, it doesn't have those dragging moments. But I want to talk about Jonathan for a minute, because you and Isaiah, you said you didn't like the way they do that. Mike, I remember you talking about you did. And I know I'm not the only person that feels this way, but Mike, you and I discussed this a little bit. I think the reason it was done the way that it was, although Mike had me questioning myself a little bit, but I think the reason is because I don't think Jonathan's dead. And I know I've seen that from a few other people online as well. I think that was more of just a way for them to poke at Sienna a little bit. But I think Jonathan's going to turn back up in the next film.
I hope so.
I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't know. Mike almost made me think I was wrong for a little while when I was listening to it.
I want to hear that from Mike, because to me, I was like, all right. So the first time I watched it, I was like, all right, so he's coming back in the next one. That was the only reason not to show his thing without it having any sort of impact on me. And so I just think the way that it was edited together, it was kind of confusing. Like, is that supposed to be Jonathan? And because they also had who was that guy? Her uncle. See, I can't even remember who these people were. Because they had zero personality. When his head was on the. Wait, I can't remember now.
No, he was nailed.
That's right. So I was just really confused about who was who, and also they were so forgettable that I was like, is that Jonathan? Is it the other guy? So I hope that Jonathan's not dead. For that reason, I don't care if he died in the movie or not, but for the impact of it. But Mike, why do you think that he is?
I think he is dead because, again, we need the story is Sienna and Sienna alone. Sienna versus Art. We're getting to this big climactic finish. We know that the fourth is going to be the last one. So Jonathan's death is what's going to really push Sienna to do everything that she needs to do. And I think we also, that's why we saw the shift in, we didn't focus on Jonathan. We were focusing on Gabby, which was her little cousin.
Right.
We were focused on her. So I think the relationship between Sienna and Gabby, that's going to be the focal point of the fourth one. We needed Jonathan's death for Sienna's character to grow. I am 100% convinced that he is dead.
So it just doesn't make any sense to me why you would do that, because you already have Jonathan, who people like. Like people really like Jonathan as a character.
Do they?
They have great chemistry on screen. But Gabby, she has zero personality. I don't even know who she is. She was never mentioned before at all.
Right.
And so all of a sudden, Jonathan's dead. Oh, let's just replace her with Gabby, and then she'll find her thing. So I was like, we put all this emotional investment into Jonathan for the second movie, and then and part of the third movie, and then we'll just get rid of him and throw in this annoying child. Children annoy me too, so that's another issue.
I mean, that's fair. I think Jonathan was more likable in the second film. Yes. I liked him in the second film. I didn't really care that much about his character in the third film, to be honest with you, which is another reason why I could almost see it either way, because I cared about him less in the third. I mean, you made the comment, Isaiah, like you don't really care whether he's dead or not. I don't either. I personally don't care whether he's dead or not. But at the same time, whether I like him or not, he's been a big part of this. I was shocked to see him go out with nothing. I just really thought there was going to be more to that. And so I think it was just a way of Art torturing Sienna more. But I don't know, Mike, you could be right. Let me ask y'all this. So what do you want to see from the fourth film?
Mike,
I want to see, like, I know that they're doing, it's going to be a New Year's Eve, New Year's background. That's what the season is. That makes me think, anytime I think of New Year's, I'm thinking in horror apocalyptic. So I want to see this be a full, like, outlandish effects. I want it to look super apocalyptic. I want it to be a crazy final showdown. I want it to look a little hokey. Like, I just want them to push the boundaries on this.
See, Brendan is right. This is the issue. It's like we're a Terrifier. We're Terrifier franchise here, folks. We got to see Art killing people. And Jonathan is such an important character for between the second and third movie. We don't even get to see him die. Like,
me too, Sam.
I just think it's so disappointing.
No, I get what you're saying, because we've had all these elaborate kills, right? Even with characters we didn't care about, we've gone over the top to show them all die in these marvelous ways. And then one of the main characters dies off screen. It just does seem odd to me. Something about it seems weird. I mean, I can see what Mike is talking about and what he's leading to, but it still just seems odd to me at the same time to do it that way when you've had all these characters who we barely know or we know but don't like die in these extreme ways. And then one of the main characters, oh yeah, we killed him. Like, that was it for that. It's kind of awkward, but
I mean, and I can see what Mike is saying too about like the theory behind how that could be impactful. It just I can't exactly pinpoint why it wasn't for me. And maybe it's the editing. I don't know.
Yeah. Was there anything else you were going to say, Mike, about what you were looking for from 4?
Nope, that's it. I just wanted to be like super chaotic and big final showdown moments.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Isaiah, what would you like to see from the fourth one?
Yeah, but I mean, pretty much what Mike said. I mean, I want to see some big set pieces, some big murder set pieces. Something that tops the bedroom scene, which is what I've been waiting for a long time because I still don't think
Okay.
they topped it. But something I want to see one of that. Of course, I want to see more of Vicky. I love her. Just a bunch of nasty stuff. Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see Vicky? Because it kind of looked like she got wiped out, right, in the third one.
I mean, I don't really understand the mythology behind this and the lore and everything.
That's the point.
So I think,
No,
for
Brendan.
example,
Yeah, Brendan needs to stop. Everything he said
to be
so
honest,
far, that was what went too far.
Or you know what? Hey, the Odyssey, Terrifier 4, the Odyssey. Let's
if
do
they could pace it well, I would watch a 4-hour Terrifier. You know, but yeah, it's just hard. But I want to see. I don't want any new characters that we're supposed to force to care about. You know, if you know you're going to end your franchise after 4 movies, don't introduce a bunch of new people that you're supposed to care about, because I don't think that Damien Leone's a very good writer, and I don't think he's very good at developing characters, to be honest with you. Except Sienna's probably the best character he ever came up with, and you know, so that's just my opinion about that.
No, hot take.
He's
That's
a really talented.
So I was like, wow.
No, he's not really, but he's a really talented visual effects artist. Probably one of the best that's out there. Art is amazing, of course, and iconic, but his writing is not. I mean, he's not. He's not saying.
He's
anything.
not great ideas. It's just same way. Like I have things like I love, but I can't write.
Right.
So I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Brendan, no. Sam, make Brendan get off. He doesn't need to be on here anymore with this nonsense.
Corey, they should do a crossover. Corey should be the star of Terrifier 4.
It's not even going to be Art the Clown. We think it's going to be, but Corey's going to
That's my goal.
He's going to do his thing. Oh my God.
No, Corey's just going to go kill a random homeless dude. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He may pop up in all these slasher films and just take them all out. Michael gone, Jason gone, Art gone. It's all going to be Corey from this point on.
That would be a hilarious bit. I hope that they do something like that for him, because that would be funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree 100%. I want to see bigger set pieces. I agree with what you're saying, Isaiah. We don't need any major characters introduced, but we do need a body count. So throw some random people in there. We just don't need to try to, give us any major storylines on them. Let's just focus on.
Don't force us to care about them. That's the
way. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I would like to see, Sienna's been through so much in these 2 movies, right? I think we need a bigger redemption for her other than to just finish off Art. She needs like a very happy ending for everything this girl's been through. So I'm hoping that all the way around, it's a much more positive story for Sienna, rather than just, Gabby's going to get killed now too. Is she going to lose something else before she can finally get, some victory here?
She needs to get bitch slapped a bunch by or
But what was this now? I feel like I need to bring out my inner Rob, the Mill Slayer Humphrey, since he's not here. Yeah, that's Rob Humphrey, Mill Slayer, Milf Hunter. Yeah, he thinks so. Anyway, but yeah,
John, you did bring up a good point though.
Sure.
You brought up a good point about that, like, do we think Victoria's going to be in the next one? Because it did seem like she got taken out in this one.
Right.
And when we talked about it, we mentioned the theories and, like, that the little pale girl is the spirit inside of Victoria.
Yes.
Victoria, right.
So now that that's gone, that entity could still be out. What do you think if that entity goes to Sienna?
It's a hell of a turn. I don't know that I would like it, but it's a hell of a turn. I mean, it would definitely get people to talking. As you were saying that, I thought you were going to just completely, what if the entity, Jonathan is still alive, but the entity goes to Jonathan.
Oh,
yeah, that's where I thought you were headed with that. And I'm like, that actually sounds pretty interesting to me, because I don't really care that much about Jonathan himself. So that would be cool. And that would be a hell of a challenge for Sienna. Like, now what do you do? This is your brother that this is controlling. Yeah. So, I don't know if I like the idea of it going to Sienna. I think I would be frustrated. But I mean, again, it would be a hell of an ending. but it just I don't think I like the way that sounds.
Yes.
Now you're going to cause me to not get any sleep tonight worried about this, Micah. Do you really think this is it? Do you think Terrifier 4 is the end of Art, or do you think a couple of years from now he's back?
I don't think. Okay, here we go again. I don't think we're gonna see anything from Damien Leone that resonates as much as Terrifier seems to resonate with audiences. So my feeling is he's gonna go off and do a bunch of stuff, and then he's gonna come back to it a decade from now or something.
Yeah, I think that's very possible.
So
Mike, what do you think?
I go back to what he's kind of told us, and that's kind of where I'm like, why I'm saying with about Sienna is he said this is the end of Art's story.
Okay.
He never really truly said that he was done with Terrifier. So I'm thinking we're getting something in the Terrifier universe. And if they need something new, why not be Sienna?
Okay. Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about that a lot.
Interesting point. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of it going into Sienna. However, if it goes into Sienna, I feel like that's the end of the franchise. Like, I don't know where you could go from there. I mean, unless you just eliminated Sienna. I can't see Sienna being that spirit and then sustaining several other movies as the spirit. Because people want her to be the hero.
Right.
You know, I don't, but it's hard to imagine because you can't see it.
I mean, it would be a hell of a thing to try. I don't know if I think it's the best idea because even not that Damien Leone wouldn't be willing to give it a shot, but even look at some of those other franchises that almost did that. I mean, with Halloween, they almost decided to make Jamie the new Michael.
Right.
She was going to be the killer. Didn't really work out. Friday the 13th, that it was going to be Tommy. I think was his name. He was going to be the new killer, and they weren't going to do Jason anymore. And then after New Beginning didn't do so well, they went back to Jason. I feel like this would be the same kind of thing. It would get people talking. People would watch it, but I think so many people would be pissed off that it couldn't continue. They would almost have to go back to Art and forget that ever happened, and then we'd start getting multiple fucking timelines like what we have in Halloween, and it just doesn't work out that great. So, again, it's an interesting idea, and Damien Leone might want to give it a shot, but I kind of hope not.
I just think like Art the Clown, even though I agree with you, Sean, I don't think he's up there with the other guys behind you.
Right.
Yet, and only because I don't know why, actually. Does anyone have an idea why?
Well, it's just I don't know.
It's a feeling I have.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's just a different feeling. Art's entertaining. He's funny. The Terrifier movies are, for the most part, fun watches. But it just doesn't have that same... I think when you look at Jason, you look at Michael, you look at Freddy, you look at Chucky, sometimes you find yourself rooting for them. They're so iconic, and those movies have such a setting and a tone and a vibe to them that sometimes you're for the villain. And a lot of times the people that they're killing are not that likable. I mean, we really don't care that much about those victims.
True.
But with Terrifier, we care about Sienna. And Art, even though a lot of people are going to watch Terrifier movies for these crazy ass over the top kills, it just doesn't, I don't think you find yourself rooting for Art like you do these other villains. It's just different. To me, he doesn't have that iconic feeling presence that these other ones do. Now, that's just my thoughts, but
I think time has a lot to do with it too. And then there's also a different feel of different eras, because I will say two of the characters behind you feel misplaced. And I would actually put them, so like, I think there is a new, I guess, Mount Rushmore, if you want to call it that or whatever, but like, I think there is a new era of the Freddy, Michael, Ghostface, Jason stuff. And I do think Art's in it, but he's not, like you said, he's not with Freddy, Michael, Jason. I think Art, Jigsaw, Pennywise, I think they're at the same caliber. I think they are ushering in a new era of villainry that resonates with the in-between, like the millennial and Gen Z crowd of villains.
With this comment here, real quick, let me just ask, because I see Brendan's comment. I need somebody to come on and finish the Evil Dead franchise with me, because Brendan's no longer allowed on my show. Nobody tells me I'm wrong on my channel, Brendan. You can tell me that somewhere else.
You're wrong.
No, I'm kidding. He did make a comment up there, though, that I'm curious as to what you guys thought. So Brendan said, do you guys think he will cut down the runtime or add back what he took out of 3? There's not that much difference really in 2 or 3, and he mentioned that as well. Where was it? Yeah, 15 minutes between 2 or 3. I don't think at this point he's going to worry about the runtime. I mean, he said after 2 that he listened that was one of the bigger complaints was how long it was, and he trimmed off 10 to 15 minutes. He's not concerned about the runtime.
He's not, and I honestly, I know we made a joke, and I don't think it would be 4 hours. It's the 4th, and I think he's going to go very grand. I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at Terrifier 2 runtime.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense if it's the last one in the franchise too. I mean, to be honest, I'm always down for a 2.5 hour long Terrifier movie. You know, and if it's the last one, I kind of want to see more.
Sure.
As long as you're going to make it flow.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, as long as it's paced well, it's fine. Because again, that 3rd one's long too, and it doesn't bother me. So as long as it's done right, it's okay. There's a lot of movies out there that have. It just really depends on the movie, right, and how it's flowing. Because I've watched movies that are only 90 minutes long, and I feel like I'm watching some 3-hour bullshit because it's just not paced well and it's so boring. So you can have a long movie, and if the pacing's good and you're entertained, it doesn't really affect you. And I think that's what Damien Leone looks at. If he can keep everybody going, he's not worried about how long it takes.
Yeah,
I think so. Wow.
Let's see. I think Rob Humphrey is doing something else tonight. I got a message from him a while ago, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But everybody misses Rob.
Roberta, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he did say that. He on Slasher Radio, he mentioned that either the name Robert or Roberta would be good. Either one of them,
that would be suitable.
Yeah, he's funny. Which you know, I can't say that when Brendan and Sam were talking to me about it, I tried to tell Brendan that Sean was a great name, or Shauna, and they didn't listen to me either. So I was a little hurt by that, but that's fine. No, not kidding. And no, Brendan, you're still going to do Evil Dead with me. I'm just discouraged that you said I was wrong, but that's fine. Yeah, everything's going to be all right. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about as far as Art the Clown or Terrifier or anything else along this that you wanted to mention?
I really love Art the Clown. I think part of the reason why I don't think he's gonna stand the test of time as much is because oh boy, here we go. I don't think David Howard Thornton is really, outside of Art, I'm not sure he's got the goods. Like, I've seen him in several other movies, and it's kind of the same thing. You know, so I'm like, if they don't keep making Terrifier movies, I'm not sure we're gonna.
Yeah, because it's all very similar. I agree with what you said. Like, he's the mean one.
I don't mean to be like, I'm not trying to insult him at all, because he's super amazing as Art.
Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out why I had that feeling. Yeah.
His characters are similar. He's the mean one, which definitely has some moments where you can tell that that's Art the Clown. He's also, what is it? Is it
Steamboat Willie?
Steamboat, yeah. And again, some very similar moments. You could tell, and he's very talented at that. I mean, he's great at what he does. But how long can that carry on before people want something?
I mean,
different?
Did you see the preview for that new movie? Never mind. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Sorry. I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. You're good. Art's a great character, but it's a pretty mediocre franchise. Everyone tends to ride the high of the movie being in theaters, and it's just gone. That's a fair point. And yeah, I think with Mike and I having it both in the 7 range and Isaiah having it at 5. I mean, that's not outstanding scores. It's not bad,
Right.
but it's not like it's an outstanding, franchise that's going to rank up there. And
Right.
that's another reason that I don't think art belongs in that same category with the other ones. Is even though people now know who art is because he's, the one that's out there. We haven't got that much from the others, but in 20 years, are we still going to be talking about art, or are we still going to be talking about Leatherface and Michael and the 70s and the 80s and that kind of thing?
And see, it's like we've all talked to Sean about, like, we've had great deep discussions about Leatherface, and about some of these icons that are sitting behind him. And I think like some of the thing, I'm just thinking about this now, like with Friday the 13th, there is nothing deep about those movies going on at all. They're just silly fun. But like if you think about Saw, there's lots of deep stuff going on there. So it's like it's either going to be really deep or really fun. The Terrifier kind of rides those waves, and like each movie, sometimes it's really fun, sometimes it's not. Sometimes, but it's never deep. There's no deepness in these movies.
Yeah,
like,
well, like
there's like there's symbolism, but it feels like if someone looked up the word symbolism in a dictionary and then tried to apply it to a movie. But it's really like heavy-handed. Like there's a cross, that must be a Christian. What does it mean? I don't know. So it doesn't seem like in Saw you could be like, you can think about questions of morality or something. And it was Chucky. You could think about queer theory even. But with art, what are you going to think about?
Yeah.
And you're not going to have tons of fun, except in Terrifier 3.
Well, and you look back, I mean, like you mentioned Leatherface, we're talking about that. Like that's over 50 years, right? It's been over 50 years since we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they're making another one. Right? Curry, just drew a blank on his name. Curry
Barker,
thank you, is going to be behind the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 50 years, and we're still doing Texas Chainsaw movies. Friday the 13th is like 46 years ago that we got the first Friday the 13th movie. There's a Crystal Lake series coming, and talks for another Friday the 13th movie. Do we really think in 40 to 50 years we're going to still be doing Art the Clown? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So that's why it's not there. So, that's just my opinion. It's fun for now, but it just doesn't have the lasting power of Michael and Jason and Freddy and Leatherface and Chucky, that kind of thing. In my opinion, every one of these guys has been in talks for TV series, and we've had a Chucky TV series. We're about to get Jason. There's a Leatherface TV series in the works. They're talking about a Michael TV series. There's not Ghostface. Yeah, we had the Scream series. There's not going to be an Art the Clown TV series, in my opinion, at some point. I just don't see that working.
I think we could see Art the Clown and the Terrifier franchise go longer if he gave up the rights and let someone else take a hold of it. Because I think Art is the character that can stand the test of time. I do think he has that in him. But like Isaiah said, even though Art may not have things to say, you still need good writing to make him memorable.
Right.
And I do think that's where we lack a little bit. The memorability outside of the kills and the characterness of him, the story doesn't stand the test of time.
Yeah, I agree. Let me see if there's any other thing here in the chat. I'm so curious to hear Sean's thoughts on Evil Dead Burn when he reviews it. Brendan and I will be doing it. So I did. Little side note, I learned a lesson. I went and saw it this weekend, and I need to see it again before I do a review. And most of the time I don't have to. I can go to the theater, I can come home, I can throw some notes together, and I can do a review. Saturday, I made the mistake of some of you that have listened to other episodes, So I have a disc issue in this shoulder blade over here on this side of my body that just keeps causing me issues. And my doctor has given me some pain medication. He's also given me a muscle relaxer. I had a lot of things planned on Saturday and wanted to really get out and enjoy myself, including going to see this movie. I made the mistake of taking a muscle relaxer and a pain pill before I went to saw this movie. And so I was in a great mood. I had a great time Saturday.
Yeah, no shit.
I had a wonderful time doing all kinds of shit on Saturday. especially eating popcorn. I was having a blast eating my popcorn in the theater. I was having so much fun. I walked out of the theater and was like, I don't know what just happened in this movie. Like, I really don't remember shit right now. I remember a dog died. I didn't like that. Other than that, I don't remember a damn thing that just happened. So I'm going to have to watch it again before. I really don't take a lot of pills and do that kind of thing. Made the mistake of doing so Saturday, and my tolerance is not what it used to be, I guess, because I was high as fuck Saturday. Basically, it's the only other way I know to put it. Yeah, it just didn't go well. But I do have prescriptions, so it was legal. I did too much. Yeah.
Judy didn't like it whenever you said a dog is going to die or a dog.
Yeah, sorry, Judy. I didn't like it either.
Sean, we forgot. I'm gonna have to be on your show again because I forgot to do the pickle Pepsi thing.
You did. I was going to ask y'all that. I wonder,
what is that?
That's going to start becoming a requirement to be on one of my lives. Is you have to drink the Pepsi pickle juice combination. Isaiah looks so worried.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Back when I was a raging alcoholic, I used to throw down a lot of picklebacks, like the George Dickel whiskey and the pickle juice. But what is this now?
This is pickle juice and Pepsi. So years ago, I guess we've talked about Pepsi, now, so we can move on now. I'm a Pepsi drinker. But years ago, my dad, anytime he was going to watch a movie at home, he had a certain snack. He would make a potato chip sandwich that was just bread, Miracle Whip, and Lay's plain potato chips. That was his food. And his drink, he didn't drink Pepsi, he drank Dr. Pepper. But he put pickle juice in his Dr. Pepper. And that was his snack. And I decided to try it. I thought it was pretty good, but I like Pepsi, so I put it in Pepsi. About a shot glass full of pickle juice, mix some Pepsi in there. I think it's delicious. So it's kind of become. I drink it a lot now when I'm doing my YouTube stuff, and some people tell me it's disgusting, but the people that say it's disgusting haven't tried it, so they can't say that. They don't know.
Sam, that was the funniest part of it all too.
Isaiah being grossed out by Pepsi, not the pickle.
I have a weird obsession with pickles. I do love pickles, yes.
Yeah, I like them too. Brendan said he tried it with Coke. I do remember that he was on and he told me he tried it with Coke, but he also told me he put like 2 or 3 shot glasses worth of pickle juice in there. That's too much. I mean, like you didn't need quite that much to go in there. Yeah, that was too much. Although I think I told I've said this before. I went to a movie theater one time because after my dad started doing this and then I got hooked on it, I just thought this was a thing. Like I thought everybody knew about this. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. So I went to a drive-in with some friends and I go up there and I tell the lady like, I want to, they didn't have Pepsi, they had Coke, but I'm like, I want a pickle Coke. And she just looks at me like, what? And I'm like, yeah, pickle Coke, like, pickle juice in the Coke. And she's like, what? And I'm like, a pickle Coke. Like, you got this big ass thing of pickles that are like this big. I see it there. I want a pickle Coke. And she's like, okay. So I turn around. I'm talking to my friends. This particular cup was like styrofoam, so I couldn't really completely see through it. She puts the cup up there. I paid for it. I go to walk away and get a drink. Nothing but fucking pickle juice in this cup. There was no Coke in there whatsoever. I just got a 32-ounce pickle juice, basically, is what happened.
I like pickle juice, but that sounds kind of gross to be honest.
Yeah, it was too much. I was so mad. Yeah. And then that's when I ended up telling my dad about it, and he's like, yeah, I think we're the only ones that drink that. I was like, oh, okay then. But, yeah. Crazy things happen. God. It's Oklahoma. What else are we going to do? Cow tipping? Like, there's just not much else around here, So we try weird things.
Have you ever gone cow tipping?
I have actually tried that one time. Yes.
Did it fall on you? Like, what happened? Did it work?
It did not fall on me. It fell the other way, and then I felt absolutely horrible. Like, because the cow is like, it's asleep, it hits the ground, it lets out this terrible sounding moo, but also sounds like it's in pain. And I just was like, oh my God, what did I just do? And then all my friends were like, well, you need to go, like, run now, because who knows what happens when it gets back up. And I was like, I hate myself for doing this.
Yeah,
but, exactly. It's a thing.
There's going to be a movie called The Cow, and it's going to be about the cow that comes for Sean for revenge.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree. I already have a shark that's looking for me, I'm pretty sure, but that's a whole other story that I don't know if anybody wants to hear or not.
But elephants do that. I was reading a story yesterday about this dude or this elephant that's still alive somewhere in Africa. And he actually is like, this elephant hates this family so much. He's killed like 3 people in the same family.
Oh,
And so
wow.
the father like moved to an entirely different town. And the elephant found him. He like stalked him and found him and killed him.
Oh, wow.
So he killed the whole family.
Damn.
So
It's
I'm
like
why
Jaws
haven't?
4.
Yes, exactly.
It's like Jaws 4, only it was an elephant.
And it's real. It's so crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah. See, Brendan, we need to make it a movie, right?
Thanks,
Yeah,
Brendan. I
elephant.
don't know what's happening with Brendan tonight. He's normally more supportive than this. I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. Yeah, the shark. I'll tell you the shark story real quick, and then I'll stop wasting you guys' time. But I used to not have a problem getting in the ocean. When I was younger, we went to Galveston, Texas, a lot for vacation, and we'd play around in the ocean and stuff down there. One particular year, we were in Galveston. We kind of had a family reunion there, and me and my youngest brother and my oldest son were out in the ocean, and we'd gotten quite a ways out. And they typically, there where we would go, they would have signs up if there had been a shark seen, and nobody would be allowed in. There's no signs or anything, so we're all out there. We're having fun. But we start to get quite a ways out, and my brother and my son decided to head back. Didn't tell me that they were heading back. They just decided to head back. And so I'm just goofing around, and I turn around and look, and they're like halfway back up now to like the beach area. And I'm just out here by myself, just with waves hitting and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I guess I better head back too. And I decided to try to swim back because I wasn't touching. Like, I was out where I couldn't touch the bottom. So as I go and start to swim, I kick something. And what I kicked was big, and it was hard.
Ooh.
And I thought there was another person over there. Like, I thought, oh shit, there was somebody here and I didn't see him. So I stop and I turn around and I'm like going to say, I'm sorry. There's nobody there. Like, no one standing anywhere. And so then I'm just kind of sitting there like floating in the ocean. And I'm like, okay, whatever I just kicked was really large. And that was big. I'm the fuck out. Like, so I start swimming as fast as I can to get back. And then I get back up there and I'm telling like my brother and my son, and one of them's like, you probably kicked a rock. And I'm like, rocks don't fucking float. I didn't kick a rock. Like, that's not what that was. I think my brother finally mentioned a turtle. And I'm like, okay, maybe. But in my mind, I kicked Jaws. And now I can and I can never get back in the ocean because he's waiting.
Oh, he's coming for you.
Yeah, he's going to track me down just like the shark in Jaws 4. Wherever I go, he's going to be waiting for me. So I will never get back in the ocean again.
Oh my god,
That's funny.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Well, I'm glad you didn't get eaten though.
Me too. Yeah, because we would have never gotten Sean's Horror Corner. I would just be Shark.
It would be Shark's Horror Corner.
Yeah, Shark's Horror Corner.
The shark would take over.
It's the way that would have gone. Craziness. All right. And Isaiah, again, I know I keep holding you guys up. Did I tell you I passed another kidney stone? Because I know you and I have talked about the kidney stone.
Oh yeah, we were going to start a podcast where we did updates about your kidney stones. I forgot to ask you in a long time. You've had this for like decades now or something.
Yeah, I had 6 at one point. I am now down to 3. So yeah, we're halfway there. We're slowly getting rid of them. But
Jesus Christ, that's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. And now I see why they told me that if they just if they sit for very long, they can grow. And so every once in a while, I have to go back and have them do like another ultrasound just to see how large they are. My last appointment I didn't go to. I canceled it because I'm like, I haven't been in pain. Everything's been fine. I'm not that worried about it. And I was busy at work. I wish I would have gone because this was the largest kidney stone I've ever passed.
Oh my God. Yeah. See,
it was,
they're silent. They don't tell you when they're growing.
It was absolutely terrible. And it just came out of nowhere. I had been feeling great. Woke up one day in pain, immediately recognized what the pain was. Like, I knew what was happening. Starting about 4:00 in the afternoon, I could not go to the bathroom, even though I felt like I had to go. I just couldn't because it was blocking things. I was about to go 3:00 in the morning. I was about to give in and go to ER because I could not deal with it anymore, and felt like one more time that I was going to try to go to the bathroom. And I basically had to like push it out. Like it, yeah, it's gross. It cut me and I pissed blood.
See,
Yeah,
I'm like, I can watch Terrifier. I can watch anything, but like real shit. I'm just
Yeah.
like so squeamish. Yeah.
I pissed blood for 2 days. It cut me so bad, but I am
Oh my
recovered
God.
now.
Yeah, I know you
You're
love that you
okay.
stayed for this story.
Yeah. Now everybody's. I just lost all my subscribers. Nobody wants to hear my shit anymore. It's over now. But
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
they're
she
not good.
had a bladder full of kidneys, a bladder full of stones, last year, and it
Oh
was the same
wow.
thing with her. Like and dogs, of course, it's like they hold their pain so well.
Yeah,
And I had no idea these things had been building up inside of her for a long time, and it got to the point where they were completely like her entire bladder was full of them,
that's crazy.
and she couldn't go to the bathroom at all. If we had waited any longer, it would have been really bad. So they had to, and they took them all out, and it was like my handful of them. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
crazy.
so I can only imagine what that's like coming out of your dick.
It hurt. That's what it's like. I felt like I was
Ugh.
giving birth because, in all honesty, and I'm so sorry, anybody that's still 5 people are still listening to this shit for some reason. I had gone to the bathroom and I was having to like lean against the wall, like I could barely even stand up. It was like literally pushing, like I was having a baby, and all of a sudden I felt it cut, like I felt the cut, and then I hear this loud dink, and I look down and there's this fucking rock in the toilet bowl. And blood, and I'm like,
Well,
okay, it's gone
were you
now.
relieved at least? Yes, that's
I was,
crazy.
yeah, I was very relieved. Then I felt like I had like an infection for a few days because it, every time I went to the bathroom, it burned and I'm peeing blood. But I'm better now.
Good.
Yes, but I know there's more in there, and so at this point, I'm like, I need to go back to the doctor because I may need them to blast these. I don't want to go through that again. They need to blast these up into smaller pieces.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay.
So yeah, we've talked about Terrifier, Art the Clown, cow tipping, sharks, kidney stones. Anything else, guys, that y'all want to mention before we get out of here?
No, that's all. Everything I needed to cover.
Wait, one final thing about Terrifier 2 that I just remembered.
Absolutely.
One of the things that made me that was just so memorable about my theater experience, besides the fact that we were the only ones left in the theaters at the end, everyone walked out. At the end, before it ended, before the final scene, I turned to my friend and I said, "Do you think Vicky's gonna pop Art's head out of, like, give birth to Art's head?" I don't know why that came to me all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, even before we went to the hospital, I asked her that, and then it happened. I don't know why that just like occurred to me that she would rebirth him somehow.
Yeah.
But that scene, I love that scene. It's so sick, and I love that they put Chris Jericho in there as that role. It's just, there's so much to love about Terrifier, and from the score, as Mike pointed out, I always forget about the score, but that does so much work in these movies.
Yeah.
The score is one of the best things. We love the set pieces. We just need some editing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep, I think that's fair. I agree. All right. Well, before we get out of here, then, first of all, let me thank everybody that's stuck around and been watching and been listening. Let me thank both of you guys for coming on again. I really do appreciate it. And you're both going to be, I'll give you a chance again to plug your channels, but Isaiah will be back really soon. We're going through the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. The next one we have coming up is the remake with Jessica Biel. So that one's going to be a lot of fun to discuss. This will wrap up Terrifier for Mike and I, and now we're going to start going through the Conjuring franchise. So yeah, you and I will have to get together and set a date to do that one. And I think we decided to go through it chronologically, correct? Not the order that they came out, but the order that they like supposedly take place.
Correct. There's timeline.
Timeline. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, we're going to go through that timeline wise. Isaiah and I are going to continue Texas Chainsaw, and then I think we haven't talked about it in a while, but once we finish up Texas Chainsaw, Isaiah, you and I talked about going through like the Puniverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're so down for that.
Through that as well. So that'll also be a lot of fun. But before we get out of here, Mike, we'll start with you. Go ahead and take a minute again to promote your channel and talk about anything you have coming up.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you again for having me on. I'm excited for getting into the Conjuring universe. But like I said earlier, guys, if you want to see any of like the reviews and stuff that I do, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Mike and Cereal, and that's cereal like the killer, not the box. And right now, outside of like Pinocchio and Strung and movie reviews, I'm going through a fantasy TV show that I've never watched before, Grimm. Having a blast. So I'm doing season reviews on that. And then if you follow me on Blue Sky, Mike and Cereal there, I'm live tweeting or live posting as I'm watching. And then, yeah, you can find me on Voices from the Mausoleum YouTube channel, Rise from the Dead podcast, where we've been pushing out more content as of late. So we got more stuff coming up. And then I am also putting out a lot of stuff for Maniac Sock Shorts, and I will kick that over to Isaiah so he can talk more about that.
Yeah, so please go follow Maniac Sock Short on Instagram so you can stay up to date with our movie updates. We'll have our cast announcements as well whenever we start our crowdfunding campaign, which we're super excited about the cast because we have some people that you'll recognize in this movie and bringing our crazy little story to life. So go follow Maniac Sock Short on Instagram. Bitter Wolf is on Instagram as well, so you can follow that, and on YouTube. I am driving across the country right now, so you won't see as many episodes. I try to post episodes every week, whether it's Horror Mosaic or Cave Chat, but you probably won't see any of that this week because I'm making a beeline down to Florida. So actually, I'm in Texas right now with Ryan Swayze. So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where I am in relation to Houston, but yeah. So that's where you can find me.
Very good. Yes, definitely go check out everything that Isaiah and Mike have going on. Two of my favorites. I was lucky enough to meet both of you through Brendan and Sam and Our Life in Horrors, where we first became acquainted and got to start working together. And so it's always great having you both on. So thank you both so much again. Let's see what I have coming up. So just had an evil episode, I guess is what I was trying to say, on Evil Dead 2013. That just came out today with Brendan. I also have an episode coming soon on Wrong Turn 2 with Matt from Getting Off. So that will be this week. An episode on Psycho 4. I've been going through the Psycho franchise. Next week, I will be live again. Next Monday night, I will be live with That Horror Couple and Cece from Cece's Horror. And we are going to be talking about the Ugly Stepsisters. So that'll be live next week. So awesome. A lot of fun stuff going on. So be sure and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Follow me on social media. I'm pretty much on everything out there. Just search for Sean's Horror Corner and you will be able to find it. Thank you all again so much for watching. Isaiah, Mike, thank you guys so much for coming on. This has been a blast. Everyone, like, subscribe, share, comment, hype, do all the things, and I will see you soon.